the battle was very clearly defined. I want out. And it was a cage. I was not getting out. Very soon after, I was in the shower. And I remember just looking into the future and saying, God, I'm going to declare that you're good. You're good to me right now. I have no wife, which was the issue. This is one of my baseline issues with God. I should be married. I'm not married. So I'm going to look at porn. The logic eludes me, but on the day that I die at 95, alone, in a bed with no friends and no wife, on that day, I will call you good. In fact, I'm going to call you good on that day now. God, you're good. God gave me rest. In that moment, rest. I began to rest, actually rest. I heard a sermon by Josh Harris, Psalm 73. He's talking, about how many times you've read the Purity Manual or whatever. But in there, he said, I've washed my hands in innocence for no reason. I wake up every morning and you vex me. He's angry at God. Here's Asaph, and he's looking at God and going, I'm tired of you. And I'm like, that's me. And then Asaph goes into the temple, and God shows him the wicked's feet, and he sees, they're in slippery places. He goes, I don't want that. God, I don't want that. There's nothing on earth I want besides you. I just want you, God. My heart and my flesh fail. I'm about ready to go off the other end, but you're my strength, God. You're my hope. That was a huge turning in my heart. These little moments that God gave me. Here's what I want you to put all your weight on. And right now, it's just, I'm good. So then the war began of the click, right? So now I'm trying not to click. That's the whole point, I thought, at the moment of this journey. But what I started realizing is the repentance wasn't saying sorry about the click. So I'm driving down the road and I see a jogger, and my mind immediately begins to decide, tonight I'm going to look at porn. Like, just that fast, because that's a habit. And God would put in front of my mind, am I good? And so repentance started to happen during the day, way before the click, to say, God, you're good. That's temporal. You're good. The real battle began of not fighting porn, but beginning to battle by faith to believe something God said in his word to me. All that put their hope in him will not be put to shame. Ben and I were hanging out a lot then, and he's like, you know what that really is that God's not going to pull your pants down in public. He's not going to say, you trusted me, ha ha. He won't do that. Jump, I'll catch you, and then doesn't. He will actually do what he said he'll do. He promised he'll do what he says he'll do. If I hear the word promises, it's too many. I need one. And it needs to be blood-bought, tailor-made for you. God needs to wake it up for you. The one that God's given me now, Psalm 16, in my presence, fullness of joy. At my right hand are pleasures forevermore. I didn't say that. I asked Ben, are we sure we're talking about pleasures here? Like, can you check that Greek there or what Hebrew? It's not magic. It's what do I want? And I think the problem is, if what you want is to be set free from porn, you may never find it. But if what you want is to see the face of Christ, and that's all you want, Jesus, I want to see your face. Christ said, Father, I pray that those that you gave me will get to see me in my glory. How could he despise the shame? I think he had despised the shame because one day his people were going to come, sit, and see his glory. All the promises are just doing the same thing. They're all ushering us into the presence of Jesus and saying, hey, do you want Jesus? God began slowly to shift my mind away from this porn issue is an issue to you need to drink me. You actually want me.